I don't use the term van lifers because I don't think Amy and I are van lifers just yet. I think that's more of a full-time, that's all the time living on the road. But definitely van life to us, I feel strongly about that because I think the van life is just this experience where you can basically do anything. You can go places that you've never been before very easily. Your home is on wheels. You just pick up and go. If you go to a place and you don't like it, you can just leave and go to the next place. And then there's always a place to park and pull over, and you feel safer. You got all your stuff with you. You're always close to it. I don't know. I think van life is just awesome. We've had pull behind trailers, and you have to do all the tedious work of hooking it up to the hitch and pulling it and worrying about it coming off and tires and this and that. But I mean, the van is just it's like a vehicle. So as long as you take care of your vehicle good, everything else is going to be good too. The good thing about the Aloha is, well, we only have one vehicle now. We have the Jeep, and my wife Amy is required to go to work a couple times a week, actually going to physical work, and then she works from home the other days. But we only have one vehicle. Heck, she's a van. She's a vehicle. The Aloha, I just hop in her. Like, I just drove up to the market and got some lunch, got some gas, some air in the tires. We'll drive to the store, taking my mom to doctor's appointments. She's climbed up in the passenger seat. So, I mean, I keep her running. I just don't think that we would have been able to take trips like, spend 2 weeks in Acadia National Park and visit Maine, go all the way down to the Keys and stay for a couple of weeks, Everglades. And then especially, I don't think, well, I mean, it's possible, but it costs a lot more money, a lot more. We would have had to invest a lot more time, have more time off to take 2 months off to go out west, because, pulling a camper versus driving a van is just a no-brainer. I don't think we would have done all those trips. And I don't think, in the future, we're planning trips for next year and the rest of this year. And I don't think we would do a lot of this stuff if it wasn't for this, this van. I don't think van life is for everybody. And I don't think a van's for everybody. Some people might not be into, confined spaces like we are. We're fine with the smaller spaces being more minimal. It's just easier to keep things, organized and on the go. Like Amy and I are always on the go, so it's just more feasible for us. It's a whole different world. It's opened up so many different things for us, so many new opportunities. For example, on the way back from Acadia National Park, we were in Maine and we made some additional stops because why not? we're in the van. It's real easy. Simply pull off. I'm a big Stephen King fan, if you can't tell already, but I'm obsessed with Stephen King. He's my favorite author, and we got this opportunity. I looked up his old address. I think he still owns the house, but in Maine, in Bangor, Maine, there's this house he lived in, and it's just enormous, and it's huge, and it's beautiful. It should be nice to stop by this house and, you know, actually stand outside where Stephen King wrote books, and he hung out, and his life, and his children, and family, and all kind of stuff. And she's like, why not? Why can't we? And we did. We were able to do that. It was so awesome. The Grand Canyon, for instance, another example, we had no intention of going to the Grand Canyon or Bryce Canyon, either one of those national parks. But Amy was able to squeeze them in, and we did get to see them, and we're so glad we actually got to spend time there. And more than likely, we'll be back there to explore the Grand Canyon in more depth later on. But just to get a glimpse, to spend a few hours there, you know, half a day, was just awesome. And because of the van, we were able to do it.